Nice to
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, project you like by the champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. SmackDown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Wrestling with Savage. I'm here with Travis, and we're going to be talking about AEW Collision live, coming to you. Do you know where it's live from tonight, by the way?
I do not, and hopefully I'll be able to, because, man, my internet is being crap tonight. It took me 15 minutes to load the stream.
It sounds like a terrible fucking night. We're starting off Collision with Ricky Starks. And he says, Hobbs, you're going to find out that I only deal in absolute. And I'm absolutely going to take you out. Hobbs now says, this is the end of the line for you, Ricky Starks. Joe says, tonight is a part of time. CM Punk never beat me. Tonight will be no different. CM Punk now says, Joe's talking about history. But CM Punk doesn't make the same mistake twice. We have history, but it needs to be detailed, and the people are going to hear about it live and in public and right now. And here we go with the intro of AEW Collision. It's got like a rock theme to it. I think this is the first time I'm actually even watching the intro. Maybe, is this the same intro from last week?
Yeah, it's going to be the same every night. It's Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting by Elton John.
So Saturday Night's All Right. It's not terrible, but that kind of had like an old school.
No,
80s...
I mean it's
not the song, but the way they opened up with all the different wrestlers, with quick takes on each kind of match, has like an old school.
I thought you were talking about the song, and I was like, yeah, this little guy called Elton John might be a little famous.
Elton John, who's that guy? He's all right. He's all right. But here comes Phil Brooks over here, CM Punk, making his way down to the ring right now to open up AEW Collision. They're promoting the hell out of AEW Fight Forever.
They should.
Is that the Owen Hart Cup right there? What is that?
It's a good game. I mean, I'll say this. If I'm promoting Collision, if I'm in charge of booking, and no, not just because I hate him, I don't want CM Punk to win tonight because I want it to be kind of like the whole Goldberg-Lesnar thing. You've never beat me, then Lesnar finally wins and it's at a big pay-per-view. I'm not sure doing it on Collision really does anything. But.
He's talking right now. He's getting ready to cut a little promo.
Oh, Lord. Do we have to listen to this? Couldn't we just I don't know?
Well, if you keep talking, I won't hear a fucking thing. But yeah,
you're welcome.
Is he saying vagina?
He's saying I have a giant vagina.
Everybody in Hartford? They're in Canada right now, right? Where are they?
Yeah, Hartford, Canada, I guess. Connecticut. Wait, is it Hartford in Connecticut?
It's got to be in Connecticut. It's not in Canada. Hartford, Connecticut.
But he says in heart stamp country, so maybe.
It says it feels like it's the finals of the tournament, but it's not. Says we're looking past Powerhouse Hobbs, or he's not looking past Hobbs. He's not looking past Ricky Starks. So putting them over yet again. Says tonight history will be made. Time will stand still tonight, apparently, Travis, says CM Punk. Because he has missing teeth because of this man. Scars because of this man. Oh, he says, I am pretty now. It needs to let us know that he's pretty.
I mean, he's not, though. Ugliest man walking the planet.
That's pretty harsh.
I mean, you know what? Everyone talks about Cody and how bad it is. How come we never give CM Punk flack for that incredibly stupid looking tattoo he has on his neck?
Listen, man, leave CM Punk alone. I don't understand what your hatred with CM Punk is. But
my hatred with CM Punk is that when he was in WWE, he talked about all the, when you become old and you get bitter and you don't care about the sport anymore. And that's what I see this is with him. I don't think he's here because he loves wrestling. I think he's here because he wants a paycheck.
So what? You'd want a paycheck too.
I would, but I wouldn't want to have built my whole career like MJF said.
Oh, then now I can't hear what he's saying.
You're welcome.
No, I'm not welcome. You're killing me. You're killing me here, Smalls. Poor Punk, man. The disrespect you show Punk, it's unbelievable. And one day you're going to pay for it.
Yeah, well, you know what? Punk can bring his go to sleep. I'll bring my shotgun. It is a hockey.
He says that he'll break a mirror, walk under a ladder, and touch the trophy. Not because he deserves it, because he will earn it, which I know you probably don't agree with. Poor Punk. The disrespect you give him on Wrestling with Savage.
Hey, you know what?
The fans disagree with you, Travis. They're out here, they're chanting CM Punk right now, Travis.
And?
I hear it.
Literally, these people would chant commercial break if they were told to. But you know what? Hey, look, for all the flack I give him, let me say this. CM Punk is like Logan Paul for me. Respect him as a competitor, don't respect him as a person.
Shut your ass up, Travis, because CM Punk just said he poured his heart out in between those 4 pillars, all those roofs, for you, for him, for your mom, for his mom. He did it for everybody, Travis. He did it for you.
I finally know what those guys in the airplane felt like.
In the airplane or the submarine?
No, the movie Airplane.
Oh, the movie. Yeah, it's a good movie.
Ones who are sitting there and have to listen to him, and they're just like...
Yeah. It's the main event tonight. CM Punk versus Samoa Joe.
And I will say, CM Punk, as much as I don't like the guy, I believe that when it comes to Collision, he should be in the main event. If you're building this show around him, he should be in the main event.
Yeah, obviously he's going to be in the main event. He's CM Punk. He's getting a video package right now, further hyping up their match. So they're really going all out with CM Punk on Collision. This is his show.
CM Punk and Joe. They're showing this correctly. Joe, he's never beat Joe.
Well, he is going to beat Joe tonight.
We'll see. I mean, I think you're right, but still.
He's 100% getting this win, and I hope they just steal the show. I hope, for CM Punk's sake, that he puts on a banger of a match with Samoa Joe, and they just leave everybody speechless. Like, crazy false finish. How the hell did Punk kick out of that type of situation?
Look, I'll be the first person to admit this. I have yet to ever be disappointed in a CM Punk Samoa Joe match. You sit here and disrespect the man outrageously. I don't think he's the best in the world. I think he's
I never said he was the best in the world. He clearly has said that many, many times. But at one point in time, Travis, it was hard to argue with the man when he said he was the best in the world.
I go based on in-ring talent. And in my opinion, don't get me wrong, he's very talented. But just in the same Ring of Honor at the same time, he had his run.
Samoa Joe, he did his Styles. He's trying to have another run just like this man is. Powerhouse Hap. And I got to say this. I love the camera work right now for this entrance. And the way they're getting in there and they're ready to just get that money shot, follow him down, making him look insane. He's dressed to impress for the
Plus-
Hart Foundation tournament right now, Travis. His
Plus,
Ring
you
of
know
Honor,
what?
I'm giving it a 10 right now.
In any smart world, Powerhouse Hobb is still, in my opinion, I think he should still be TNT champion.
I'm going to start doing ratings, and I don't care. And Dave Meltzer's a fucking genius. When you put a number behind something, the marks, they love it. They love it. They follow it. They're like, oh, yeah, there you heard it. Dave Meltzer, he said 7 stars. I might as well just do it too. Why not?
I was just saying, I think Hobbs should still be TNT champ right now.
I 100% agree with you, but for whatever reason, they decided to just let Wardlow get it, which made no sense storyline-wise. Hobbs' money right there on the hard cam yet again. This guy is a winner, and I'm very curious to see how they're going to book him to lose tonight, because I believe he's actually going to lose to Ricky Starks right now.
Hobbs reminds me of something that I think it was JR, but I know Jeremy Borash and Impact or TNA, back when it was TNA, used to say it all the time. He wins. He wins ugly, but he wins.
Who are you talking about, Ricky Starks or Hobbs?
Hobbs. Hobbs is never going to be one of those guys you see flying off the top rope, doing all the flippy-dippy stuff, which is fine. I don't want him to be.
He doesn't need to do any of that shit. Hobbs is the man, bro. Hobbs doesn't need any of that. All he needs is to just get in the fucking ring. His work takes care of the rest because of the way he's such a big, dominant force. Actually, the matches that look sloppy look even more realistic, to be honest, because it looks like he's just beating the hell out of somebody.
Yeah.
Or legit picking someone up and just smashing their body.
You know what's funny? When I knew a lot of people, because of the triple power bomb thing, that kept saying,
"Go and smack a frog. How you doing? We're live here on Wrestling with Savage. This is Travis. I am Savage, and we are gonna watch Travis's favorite wrestler of all time, CM Punk, have the main event tonight." How excited are you, Travis, to see your favorite wrestler in the world?
On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm an 8. But here's the reason why.
8.
Okay, I'm going to say this, going on record, saying this.
Right. Ocho.
Yes, Ocho. I will go on record saying this, okay? Injuries aside, which did suck, but
what's UFC? I don't even. What's a UFC, Travis? You don't know what the UFC is, right? I don't even know.
Ultimate Fighting Championship.
Shut your stupid ass up! Can't you ever pick anything up? We could have had something right there.
We
could have fucked with this guy. We could have fucked with this guy and been like, "Nah, we're both dumb. We're dumb as shit. We don't know what UFC is." Didn't you pick up on the sarcasm in my voice? See, that's why we got to keep working together. Eventually, you'll pick up on my nuances.
Sports. What I was about to say, though, you can go on record quoting me this. Samoa Joe has never had a bad match, in my opinion. I think even his lackluster matches in WWE were still good matches. He still looked dominant in them. I think that
if you ask Samoa Joe personally, have you ever had a bad match? I guarantee you he will say he's had at least 1 or 2 or maybe more. They've all had a bad match that we haven't seen, that they hate or don't want to remember.
Here's the thing, though. I'm not disagreeing with you. He probably would say that, but here's the thing.
But maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he'd be like, "No, man, I'm the best."
No, you're probably right, because I've met the dude. Joe is extremely humble.
Nah, Joe's, I've never met him, but I've heard only good things.
Yeah, he's extremely humble, and here's the thing. Like, he's his own worst critic. There's a reason the phrase "you're your own worst critic" exists. Like, you ask AJ Styles, he'll probably tell you he's had some bad matches, and everyone else would be like, "Dude, AJ Styles has never had a bad match."
100%. Hobbs in the ring right now, awaiting his opponent, Ricky Starks, who has been being put over lately by his boy CM Punk, man, FTR, trying to give this man the rub, which is the reason why I believe they've been hinting at it. And I think Ricky Starks, as far as wins and losses, he needs this win to regain some momentum.
I'm going to say this the nicest way I can. Well, my boy Ricky Starks, what I heard in the eternal words of Deadpool, whose balls do I have to fondle?
No, I don't think it's that serious, but, sure.
No, not really.
All I know is this. I think they're kind of giving it away. Hobbs is wearing his Owen Hart gear because this is going to be his last appearance in the Owen Hart tournament. He probably had this gear for the last match.
Oh!
But they're like, guess what? Tonight's your last match.
I just remember the point I was going to make earlier. When everyone was seeing the triple power bombs and they said, oh man, Wardlow's going to be the new Brock Lesnar. I looked at Powerhouse Hobbs and I was like, man, I would have booked him as the new Brock Lesnar.
Hey, smack Brock. UFC is better than this crap? Maybe. Probably. I'll tell you what, the main event of UFC is probably better than this crap. But
I like both. Both are good.
I'll watch both. Sure.
I'm going to get the new UFC video game that got announced.
But I'm not going to be a mark and say that I know what's going on in UFC because I don't. I watch wrestling. I don't know what the... Is McGregor fighting? I don't fucking know what's going on in UFC.
Here's what I know about UFC. I own the video games. The end.
Yeah, I got it for free on EA. Whatever, man. I still don't play it. I had the Bruce Lee pack, which was badass.
Bruce freaking... Yeah.
I've seen some crazy fights, but I can't even name names right now because I'm watching Ricky Starks trying to beat down on Hobbs over here. Hobbs going in for a clothesline. Kind of sloppy on the way he dodged that. Ricky over there now slowly anticipating or waiting for Hobbs' attack, which I don't appreciate. To do a spot like that early on is bad. You just started. How are you already like dazed and like out of it enough to sit there and take this? That kind of pissed me off already, the tone of this match.
Well, I mean, I think that the story is going to be that Hobbs powers so much it overwhelms him at first, and then he fights back because they're trying to build him up as this big baby face that everyone can get behind.
Do I even say what I just saw?
What?
Come on, man. I just saw a clothesline right now that didn't even connect, and Hobbs goes flying over the top rope.
You know what? I'm willing to give a little bit of a break.
All right. Hobbs with a clothesline right now that actually connects, knocks Ricky on his ass. All right, so you're being a little nicer. You're giving it a break. I guess I will, too. Who do you think's going to win?
The reason I'm giving them a break, let's not forget, everyone has bad botches at times. Do I need to remind you of Jericho and JBL? No, if Jericho can botch that bad, come on.
Anyway, you can't call that shit out. That's the job. The job is you overlook all that shit.
Yeah.
But I'm not getting paid for it yet, so it's kind of hard to overlook it. You know what I'm saying? Hobbs coming in with a hot right hand on the chin of Ricky Starks over there, dropping him to his ass almost.
Okay.
Beating on him right now in that corner.
I'm starting to get crazy by this, I guess, because I know we got Harley Cameron or whatever her name is.
She's out there. Yeah, basically, QT Marshall's crew.
QT Marshall. Is the other dude a wrestler or is he just an on-screen performer?
I have no idea. I think that's the guy who hosts the extra show they have. They have like a podcast or like an interview kind of show. And I think he does that on their YouTube channel.
I remember there was a big deal about that like Olympian he brought in, and we've never seen him again.
A lot going on in the world of AEW. We got a lot to talk about throughout the night tonight, that's for sure. But right now, we're focused on Ricky Starks versus Powerhouse Hobbs. And right now, Hobbs doing the job, beating the hell out of Ricky. And that's why I think Ricky's going to win this match. I think he's going to just have a furious spear.
What is going on, Jeff? I am not getting the joke. You said that last night, too. You were like, is this a cooking show? I don't get it. I don't get the joke.
Yeah, this is the cooking show, brother. Hell yeah. We cook magic up here. We're talking about Ricky Starks, Powerhouse Hobbs. Hobbs continuing to abuse Ricky Starks right now.
You know what? If I'm going to have to continue to watch Ricky Stark matches, you're going to need to cook me something a lot stronger
Did
than
you
magic.
hear about all that modder stuff they were talking about?
Yes.
For the AEW game?
Yeah.
It's going to get crazy.
Oh, it's going to be insane. I guarantee you let's just say a year. Within a year of it being out, there will be an ability to make mods or a mod to make characters as detailed as WWE games.
Nice spot from Hobbs, basically grabbing Ricky Starks, hitting him with an Irish whip, sending him reeling into the bottom turnbuckle.
Did you hear
Edwards looking concerned right now, Travis?
Did you hear? Also, there's talk behind the scenes, at least, that since AEW Fight Forever is doing well, WWE is like, well, maybe we need to bring back the WWE All-Stars game. And I'm like, this is exactly what I thought would happen. Even if they don't do that.
Who cares about that game? That game's not No Mercy. Bring back No Mercy.
WWE recognizes that this is competition, that there are people buying this, and this in turn will have to make them go, we need to make our product better. And that's why I don't get when people, and I know this is
not going to happen because their product is connected to a company who doesn't give a shit because they have an exact replica of model of how they make video games for the last 20, 30, whatever years. Yeah. And WWE is not going to come in there and tell them, hey, we need this year to be good. Although I'll say this, 2K23, probably better than the last 5 they've made, but
you know what? 2K22 was actually pretty good.
I have both of them. Yeah, I have 2K22 for the PS5, and then 22 for the Xbox, 23 for the PS5.
I have
Starks trying to make a comeback right now in this picture-in-picture.
I have 23 for PS5 and 22 for PS5.
See, what I can understand is why can't the picture for the commercial be smaller than the picture of the action?
Because those people paid for the time.
Don't these people realize nobody gives a shit anymore about commercials?
Absolutely.
Why are they paying for commercials? How do they have money to pay for commercials when other people don't have money to eat? Where's the logic in that?
I don't know.
Don't fix it. Listen, of course you would love 2K. You're probably 7 years old, and that was the first wrestling game you ever played, and you loved it. You're like, yeah.
Hey, I like both, so get off it.
You like a lot of crap. And you know what? Just like Double J used to say, he doesn't like crap. All right? He thought rap was crap. He thought video games were crap.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thinks 2K19 is crap.
I thought Double J used to say slap nuts, which is what you're being right now. Don't
disrespect the slap of nuts, all right? Jeff Jarrett would slap the shit out of both of us.
Right now, you're being the slap of nuts if you're calling those games crap.
Listen, they're crap, but
if they're crap, why do you have them?
Because I'm a loser. But at least I'm not in denial about it.
Oh, I'm a mark too.
I'm a mark. I pay for all this bullshit.
If you like wrestling,
man. Look at all this shit in here.
If you like wrestling, to a certain degree, you're a mark. But that's not a bad thing.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I mean, look, somebody pointed this out really and truly.
Hey, Ron Jones, relax, bro. I'm sorry if you can't take a joke. This is actually a very good fucking stream. And the reason you should stick around is right here. I'll show you why. You want to know why? I'll show you.
You smell nice. All right.
See that? You want to stay in the stream of someone that world champion Maxwell Jacob Friedman gives a compliment to.
Future Hall of Famer.
Future Hall of Famer. I'm a future Hall of Famer, Travis.
Yes.
If you're nice, maybe I'll let you come to the ceremony. I'll let you take a picture of the ring and shit.
Are you kidding me? If you get in that business, I'm going in the Hall of Fame with you.
It's a possibility.
I like how.
Oh my God!
I like how they're having Hobbs just look absolutely dominant here.
Oh, not anymore. Now Stark's mounting the big comeback with some strikes, big power, clothesline, getting amped up. Stark's now picking Hobbs up by the hair. What's he going for? Whatever he was going for, it got denied by Hobbs, who shoves him in the corner with a brutality. Big time shoulder tackles now. Hobbs with a brutal clothesline, followed by another. Looks like he's trying to kill poor Ricky Starks over here. He's hung up on the ropes now.
Which shouldn't be hard to do, considering he looks like a twig.
Taking him off his feet. I like that, Ron. Yo, that's good. He says he's been on here too long. 5 minutes. 4 minutes, 50 seconds too long. Ron Jones is a good guy. Shout out to Ron Jones. Everybody go follow Ron Jones.
He's right now. Guy. And yes, Savage is a heel. I'm the face.
Not when you talk trash about CM Punk. The way you talk trash about CM Punk, that's very heelish. Hobbs right now going for a huge move.
Or
has Ricky Starks in the fireman's carry. Ricky Starks escapes. Now has Hobbs in a powerbomb position from the top rope. And we get a huge crashing powerbomb to Hobbs.
Dang, that was That's impressive. I will admit that I'm not a big Ricky Starks fan, but that was impressive that he can carry Hobbs that bit and slam.
That was super impressive, man. Ricky Starks obviously putting in the work in the gyms because Hobbs isn't 180 pounds. You know what I mean?
No, I think he's like, what, 270, something like that?
He looks like he's 290, man. He's probably 70, but he's huge. He's huge.
Yeah.
Ricky Starks for the springboard.
And Ricky Starks
Dodged.
looks
Hobbs
like
dodges the attack, but Ricky with a big boot to the face on Hobbs goes for the springboard DDT and messed it up live and didn't catch all of it. Starks is very upset now, but he's trying to play it off. Even the crowd had something to say. And Ricky's out here playing it off like it didn't even happen.
That was pretty bad.
That was pretty bad. QT over there goes for the trip up. And you kind of wish that the trip up happened during the DDT spot. It would have worked out a lot better. So that's why I'm not a big fan of these springboard spots, man. Because anything can happen, man. It doesn't matter how good you are or how much you practice.
This crap always drives me insane. Always.
Listen.
They're yelling, turn around. It's like, dumbass.
Yo, Ron Jones, did you see that shit? That shit was fucking brutal. If I'm being honest, I'm about to call Ricky right after this match and be like, damn, bro, what the fuck was that? But I'm not going to do that to him, man. I hope he wins this match because I called it. Huge spear by Ricky Starks. Mistakes happen. Shit goes on. We got to make money. And Ricky, like I said, picks up the win with a big spear. And I called it. I told everybody.
Stupid big spear as hell.
He didn't need the Rochambeau. Big spear and ended Hobbs tonight live on AEW Collision.
Yeah, you know what?
Botchamania and all.
Between that botch and the fact that, like, he's screaming, turn around, and the rest just like, -5.
See, the storyline now should be the reset for the entire Hobbs storyline. Hobbs can now snap, destroy QTV, destroy QT Marshall, steal Harley. She becomes his valet. Hobbs goes off on a new journey.
Oh, Hobbs is definitely stealing Harley,
or he can just power bomb her through one of the office tables, maybe through the TV monitor.
Nah, are you kidding me? Today.
Look, here it comes. I called it. It didn't happen, but I called it. I said QT Marshall Hobbs going to have some issues. And now QT's in the ring, and he's actually trying to question Hobbs like, what the hell, man? And this is a very bad idea from QT Marshall. I would want no part of Hobbs right now after a loss. And there it is. Hobbs shoves QT halfway across the ring. Beautifully done.
Little behind you, but yep, there it is. That shove.
QT now begging for his life, basically. Let's see if Hobbs is going to let him survive. God. Fans are chanting Powerhouse. Not many, but enough.
God, you know what I miss? And I really do watching this. I miss when Taz was managing this guy.
Yes. Okay, so now the rest of QTV. Let's see if Harley's going to get in the ring. I don't know this guy's name again. I keep forgetting. Is that Aaron Solo? I don't know. I don't remember his name. He just got the spine buster by Mr. Hobbs, who's now taking the straps off. And, yeah, definitely QT's going to pay right. Harley's getting in the ring, though. Yeah, I called out that gear earlier tonight. I said that's why he's definitely losing this match. Because he knows this will be his last chance to represent in the Owen Hart tournament. Otherwise, why would he wear that gear right now? He would save that for the main event.
And you know what? Right now, the look on Hobbs' face is, I like white girl on her knees before me.
Okay. Maybe. But Hobbs does get out of the ring, and Harley is able to make the save. So the story's still there to tell. They didn't fully destroy QTV yet.
No, and they shouldn't destroy it yet. They need to build it up a little more.
Well, let's see where they go with it. I'm starting to like QT Marshall more and more every time I see him. I'm willing to let it breathe, and I think there's definitely a story to be told.
The problem is, I think that
we don't talk when the Redeemer's on the TV.
He's not on mine yet.
Shush! He is having a showdown with his God. He is ready to fight anyone. Nobody can hurt the man that has nobody left to love. Nothing left to covet. He cannot be tempted from his path. Not by a shiny belt. Double jointed hot wife. The righteous path. He must be what his God was not. Because I am Miro. And he senses a big battle is coming. And it's the one we've all been waiting for. Very interesting. He senses a big battle is coming. And I need to know right now, who is he talking about, Travis?
Well, I think they're going to reveal his God at some point. Because the way he
No. You think they're going to reveal like a real God?
No, I think they're going to reveal like as stupid as this may sound, like a Vince McMahon type style character, but basically somebody who's been telling him what to do this whole time. And I think the reason I think that is this: the fact that he keeps saying his God instead of God, just God or the God or anything, makes me think it's going to be something related to him personally.
My God, let's take a little look at all the other matches we have lined up for tonight as well. We're going to see FTR taking on Juice Robinson versus Jay White. Travis, you got a prediction on this one here?
Wait, did you say? You said versus Jay White, so I thought, yeah, I think the right move here is you have Juice Robinson and Jay White win, but I think you have the Gun Club interfere.
Good call out. Later tonight, CM Punk taking on Samoa Joe. I've already said CM Punk's winning this. You got anybody on that one?
I think Punk's going to win. I want it to be Joe, but I think they're going to do Punk.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Punk's going to win. I think FTR is taking the dub here. I don't think they're losing tonight.
You don't think they're losing? I think they will, but I think it'll be shenanigans.
I don't think they're going to lose tonight. Not yet.
Athena, definitely, no question in my mind.
Yeah, Athena should win this match. But Willow has been hot lately, so we'll see. We'll see. This match happened last night. Did you watch this?
No, I actually didn't. I didn't realize it was on.
So Jeff Jarrett, Matt Hardy were going at it last night.
Who won?
I have no idea. Does anybody in the chat know who won these two matches? Brian Cage, Big Bill, Trent Beretta, Matt Sydal. A big shout out to Tony Nese, man. I'm a big fan of Tony Nese. What's going on, Sarah? How you doing? Juice Robinson is rock hard. That's my prediction. That is a good prediction. Here's a screenshot of AEW Fight Forever.
So, can you hear me?
Yeah.
You can hear me, okay. So, Sammy Guevara and Daniel Garcia defeated Jeff Jarrett and Matt Hardy.
Okay.
Hikaru Shida defeated Marina Shafir. Big Bill and ROH World Brian Cage defeated the Trent Beretta and Matt Sydal. And then the Dark Order defeated the Elite.
Dark Order defeated the Elite. Wow, interesting. Okay. Well, there's Sammy and this guy getting the win. I guess I had a screenshot of it. There we go.
Dark Order defeated the Elite, but, it was because Konosuke Takeshita and Claudio and all that interfered.
Have you been keeping up with MJF about how he's calling out sick next week?
Yeah.
And Adam Cole said to him, shut your ass up and show up to TV, or shut the F up and you're coming to TV. Let's see.
I'm actually enjoying this. It's kind of stupid, but it's kind of fun at the same time.
What is stupid? The story?
The whole, like MJF calling in sick and Cole being like, get your ass to work. And
I've been saying that since Wednesday. I've been saying that shit was great shit, man. They got something here.
Well, and it makes it feel like they're actually trying to make them friends. I'm calling in sick to work. Get your ass to work, bitch. It's like, that's what friends do.
Willow right now about to get interviewed by Creepy Shivani.
What'd you say? You call him Creeper Shivani?
Creeper Shivani.
He does kind of look like the guy that you'd be like, yeah, I don't want him around my kid's school.
Hey, man, MJF can sing whenever he wants. He's got a magnificent singing voice. Stop hating. Athena now is interfering in this interview, saying, is this injury even legit?
You know what? MJF can sing freaking Never Gonna Give It Up, and I'll listen.
listen, MJF, Adam Cole, they have something right now. They have a good chemistry. They're going to tell some good stories. I've been entertained so far, and until I'm not, I think it's good shit.
What do you think happens? Let's just throw something fun out there.
Hold on. Let me hear this one thing.
I mean, nobody cares.
Okay, not impressed.
Nope.
Athena's good, though. Athena's good. She's like, you can't even get cleared tonight. What makes you think you're even good enough? I'd like to see Athena take on Toni Storm for that AEW Women's World Championship.
Oh, yeah. I honestly thought Athena was going to be the one to defeat Jade Cargill.
Yeah, that would have worked for me. I would have been okay with that. All right, so this match is coming up on Rampage next week. It's not tonight. I'm mistaken. I thought this match was tonight.
No, it was tonight. She said that...
Injured. Yeah. That's terrible. I wonder who's going to get the spot now. That opens up some talent right there. And yeah, Sarah made a great point. This thing is hilarious, and it's good. It's going to be good.
It's entertaining.
It's going to be good shit.
Oh, so back to what I was saying before you said, let me listen to this. So let's just throw something fun out there. If MJF and Cole win this whole tournament, and then they win the tag team championships, do we think that MJF uses this as some sort of like, man, we're tag team champions. I'm your partner. You can't fight me for the world championship?
Yeah, probably.
I think it's smart. I think he's like, well, how do I protect my world title? You know what? I give him a different title.
This is probably going to turn into a giant bullet club with an MJF backstab at the end.
Honestly, this is the number one feud I want to be done already. I'm just so tired of seeing this Elite versus...
We need to get episodes of Dynamite or Rampage or Collision where literally MJF is just getting chased everywhere from multiple superstars that he's pissed off over the years.
Oh, yeah.
Wardlow snaps. He wants a piece. The chairman, what's his name? Sean Spears. I want a piece of MJF. You have like 3 or 4 different guys that are messing with him. Maybe Adam Cole's pissed off because he played a prank on him. So now Adam Cole's looking for him too. Let's get him. We're going to kill MJF.
I like it. Like, because MJF is that douche that, everybody had to deal... Well, not everybody, but most people had to deal with in, high school.
They need to make him like the Roadrunner and Coyote. All right? You know how Coyote's always chasing around Roadrunner but can never catch him? AEW's filled with a bunch of coyotes that can just never truly get their hands
on
that Roadrunner.
So Julia's actually going to compete tonight, huh?
Okay, yeah, Julia. Who's this? Coming out by herself or Brody King's
No,
with
she's
her,
with
right?
Brody.
Yeah, I see Brody over there. Let's see what she's going to do here right now.
That's a weird hat.
Appreciate everybody hanging out in Savage Kingdom tonight, watching Wrestling with Savage live here.
I'm sorry, but that is the weirdest hat, how it lights up. It's just weird.
All right, Ricky over here thinks this show sucks. He's not completely wrong yet. Considering what we saw in the first matchup, I'm not going to repeat it because I like my boy Ricky Starks. But goddamn, boy, live. And it is live.
That was actually worse, in my opinion, that was actually worse than the infamous Austin Theory botch.
I need to see a bunch of wrestlers chasing MJF in a Scooby-Doo multiple door hall. Yeah, like 100%. There's
absolutely
so many things they could do there. Okay, so who's she taking on? They didn't even introduce this poor girl. And this is another thing I don't like. Where's her introduction? All right, this is her moment too. She's on TV. She's risking her life to put on a match for your company. The least you could do is tell her the nation's name.
Yeah, I agree. Squash matches, I've always felt like WWE does that better in the regard of it's like at least they tell you who the dude is before he gets murdered. Man, Julia's freaking she looks like she'd be like 105 pounds wet.
Birdie King? Oh, did you say Birdie King or Brody King?
Brody King is who accompanies her.
I understand that, but I feel like the commentary just said Birdie King.
Maybe he's just hungry and he meant let's go to Burger King.
Maybe.
Shivani looks like the kind of guy who eats Burger King.
Definitely. It's definitely on his list of options.
Yeah. And this girl getting the best of Julia at the moment. Seriously?
Julia right now just bashing her face in the mat. I mean, it's a clear mismatch in weight, too. This girl clearly has at least 100 pounds on Julia over here.
Like I said, Julia's maybe 105 pounds soaking wet.
Julia came out very slow, very methodical. She's trying to play that dead man gimmick as best she can. And I got to say, Brody King at ringside, he looks the part. He looks like a Grim Reaper out there.
You know what's interesting to me about this, the whole House of Black thing? Look at
this show will be canceled, and then Link. I want to know who Link is, Ricky. Who's Link? And which show will be canceled? Wrestling with Savage or AEW Collision? And Travis, he thinks you look like a vegan. I don't know if you want to address that, but that's on you.
You know what? I've learned to stop listening to dumbasses, so.
Yes, see, that's a good call. I don't know if he's a dumbass. He thinks you're a vegan.
If he thinks I look like a vegan, he's a dumbass. I'm like 320 pounds. I ain't no damn vegan.
320 pounds. You're ready to wrestle.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And she made her tap out too. With this modified like bootleg crossface.
Yeah, it's a finisher.
And now she's sitting there all angry and upset. Julia trying to be like, I'm dark, I'm cool. Nothing makes me happy, not even getting wins.
I'm a goth girl.
She's not smiling, that's for sure. Very serious look.
I want somebody now to like draw a picture of Julia as like one of the goth kids from South Park. We're not vampires, we're goths.
You know what though? I'm okay with it because she doesn't really get a lot of ring time on Dynamite.
You know what's always interesting?
Good for her.
Interesting with me in House of Black, and I love this story actually. So Black, or Tommy End, or whatever you want to call him, he is a like hardcore Lilithist. You know, he believes that humanity is the descendant of angels and demons, blah blah blah, all that stuff. Anyways, meanwhile, Buddy Matthews is a Christian, and I'm like, it's a great idea to me to have the two of them in there because I'm like, oh.
Beautiful vignette right now coming up. Watch Andrade and Malachi.
I'm not a huge fan of the bone mask thing, but yeah, it's a good vignette.
How is it good? You haven't even watched it.
I am watching it right now.
Not focusing.
I mean, for obvious reasons they can't, but I would have liked it if they had shown that surprise shock thing where he beat him in NXT. Because everyone thought Alistair was going to be like,
Excellent promo by Malachi Black. Probably his best work I've seen on AEW. I believed it. And he just put over Andrade, too. Let's see the follow-up interview by Andrade live. He's a businessman, Andrade is. Says he doesn't hide behind his mask because he's not a coward like Malachi Black. His mask is about his family, his country, all Latin people. So, I don't know what he said at the end, but absolutely solid by one of the best in the business in the ring. I liked it. I believed it. That's a pay-per-view match. That's a main event, Travis. Malachi Black versus Andrade is a pay-per-view main event fucking match. And I'm all here for it. But right now, we're about to get Juice Robinson and Jay White versus FTR. The best tag team in the world today, Travis.
Who's the best tag team today?
FTR.
Oh, I thought you meant Juice Robinson and Bullet.
Come on, man. FTR is still the best tag team in the world today. It's not even close.
I don't know, man. I think they're
close.
good. I think they're good. I don't know about the
phone
best.
calls over here. Can I help you? Oh, who are you talking to like that? Don't disrespect me. All right, Index. All right.
I have to admit, I enjoyed Juice. He's very entertaining.
No, Juice is talented. He's good on the mic. He's good in the ring. Got a good personality. Got a good look. But FTR coming out right now, man.
What we've seen thus far, I'd actually say he's actually getting more attention than Jay is, honestly.
I'm sorry, Ricky, but that is not true. The Usos are fantastic. They've grown on me over the years. But they were also forced down my throat over the last several years. But, they're good,
What's your thoughts on the New Day?
They've had their moments. They're good.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Is FTR are they one of the best tag teams today? Absolutely. The best?
Nah. FTR is the best tag team in the world today, active, man. The run they had last year alone speaks volumes, man. They had like 8 tag team championships, bro. And competing with them and defending them on the road over 300 days, AEW and Indies, fulfilling obligations all over the country, all over the world.
Well, so backing up a minute, yes, you're absolutely right. Malachi versus Andrade
and tag team match of the year with the Briscoes, the third one.
So, anyways, Malachi and
I love how you just blow off the match of the year. It's just like, anyways, there's only the match of the year.
Well, I mean, who voted it match of the year? Because if it's Dave Meltzer, that hack doesn't know anything.
The people.
Fair enough. So it's a main event match, absolutely. I just hope it's not a collision main event match. That should be at a pay-per-view.
Travis, did you not watch the Savage Awards last year to end the year?
No, I wasn't a part of this last year.
Well, if you would have watched the damn Savage Awards, you would have saw that I gave that match tag team match of the year.
I mean, literally, I didn't even find your channel until this February, man.
Slacking hard. Missed a lot of good times. You missed the OG Savage.
It wasn't slacking. I didn't have internet where I lived.
Oh, then
and that's
where you lived was slacking.
Yeah, when you live in a hick-ass town that has maybe a population of 20,000.
Oh, that's better than I thought you had 20 people in your town. 20,000 is a good amount. 20,000 is pretty good. That's a lot of bitches.
Let's say that. Hold on.
Okay, so Jay White and Dax.
13,000, sorry.
Oh, wow. Well, I guess 7,000 people died since the last time you checked. Corona did just happen, so I guess.
Yeah.
All right, so Juice Robinson, Dax starting things off in the middle of the ring. This is going to be a clean match, I think.
Oh, no question. These are all guys who are veterans and are some of the best at what they do.
This might be match of the night.
Yeah, quite possibly. So let's ask you this. Promo of the night. Who was better? Miro or Malachi?
Malachi.
Yeah, I'm going to agree. And as
Miro's
someone who does...
Miro's was too short to compare.
And as someone who's not even necessarily a huge fan of House of Black, I like this idea. Like, here's the thing that always caught me weird about House of Black. It's like, he talks like, I want to bring out the best in these people. And then it's like, Black Mist and all this stuff. So I'm like, I don't know if I even consider him a heel, a face. I don't know what I consider House of Black. Because if you look consistently, he's putting on good matches. And everyone he faces, he is making better. But now that one, Richard, I'm going to have to disagree with you on. They're not boring. They're old school tag team wrestling, which was a much slower pace than what we're used to now. And that's because we've seen so many tag teams that are, the hippy dippy flying.
All right, Travis was just fired for Wrestling with Savage. Nah, I'm just joking. But I had to interrupt because we got a new subscriber. Benjamin Ramsey is in the house. He's watching AEW Collision. I need to know, Benjamin Ramsey, first of all, are you having a good time? Are you enjoying Collision? What do you think about it? What's your favorite match of the night? Who do you think is going to win between CM Punk and Samoa Joe? And Richard, FTR is not boring. They're not boring. They are professional wrestling.
I literally just explained FTR are old school tag team wrestling, which was a slower pace than what we're used to now.
I like my definition of it better. They are professional wrestling. They are the embodiment of 1980s professional wrestling.
I agree.
And in a way, so is Juice Robinson and Jay Lethal, man. I mean, obviously with a modern edge.
Lethal? Or you mean Jay White?
Oh, yeah, Jay. I've always done that. So get used to it. Correct me whenever I do it. Don't hesitate to correct me.
I'm doing it to help you get better.
Text off the screen? No, I'm going to always mess up. I'm getting old, man. It's over for me. It's all downhill from here.
I mean, let's be honest here. If you're going to work for AEW one day, you got to get the names right. And as far as I'm concerned, Gianna, you can kiss my naturally white ass. He's not.
If I work for AEW, I don't want to be on the commentary table. I want to be in the back or management, something like that. That's
yeah, I know. I agree. Especially since Savage, you know what? Me and you both.
I could do a guest commentary once in a while type of shit, but I'm not meant for a week after week.
I'm throwing myself under the bus because I'm saying both of us. That old phrase comes to mind: the face for radio.
No, I have different plans now. Honestly, I'm going to take over Hollywood before I take over professional wrestling.
You know what? Do me a favor. Combine both. Bring me back my Lucha Underground.
Well, what I want to do is I actually want to produce a series of very good documentaries about wrestlers, fans, wrestling shows, being on the road. There's a lot of things that I want to do. I got a lot of plans for next year, man. But, I'm trying to assemble a team to get all that to happen eventually.
You know, when it's funny, like, up until I watched the movie...
All right, is this a robot? I think it's a robot. Benjamin the robot?
I don't even know what to explain there.
He said keep Travis off the screen. That's not nice. How dare you, Gianna?
It's okay. They can kiss my ass.
Kiss his ass, Gianna.
Who's on the show? Say this. Who's on the show? Who is on the show and who isn't?
Are you going to make a part of the Travis Kiss My Ass Club?
Maybe.
It's a possibility.
It depends on if I decide if he's even good enough for that.
Oh, wow. Ricky's a good guy. He's being rough on you.
That's okay.
No, we saw your last comment. You didn't see me give you a big shout out? I came back to the stream to give you a specific shout out saying thank you and welcome to the show.
It took a little bit, but normally I'm in charge of moderating the chat, but right now I'm having to have like my stream almost damn near full screener for some reason. If I try and like shrink it, it stops showing it.
Yeah, you're good. You're terrible at the chat anyway, so let me do it.
Oh yeah, and then Friday night it was you're great at the chat, or was that?
Yeah,
that was Wednesday night.
I don't even think I said that either. I think you're exaggerating, but maybe we can find it. If I said it, I said it.
Hey, exaggeration works. Like how you can exaggerate that you're the best in the world when you're actually the most mediocre in the world.
Well, you gotta maintain kayfabe, man. You know, if you say it, you buy it, you sell it. I mean, the dude's fucking putting it on his T-shirt saying that he's the best in the world. So you kind of have to believe it a little bit if you want to sell it. Nobody's gonna buy a shirt that says "best in the world" on it unless they believe that you are, or because they're they want to say it for themselves.
I mean, this again goes to the age-old question of how do you define the best? Is it most championships, number of 5-star matches? Like everybody's definition of what makes someone qualified for the best is going to be different from person to person. For me,
listen, Punk is saying that shit because he had his run where he was the best in the world. He was the most talked about wrestler. He was the most talented guy on the roster. He beat John Cena. He made Vince McMahon pissed off. He upset the company. He upset the fabric of the way the company did business. He kind of had that, I don't give a fuck attitude. He didn't play ball. He took his ball. He went home, defiant to the end.
Here's how I define best in the world, and it's a very simple one, okay? When you have a match, do both of you come out looking better for it? If you look like the Chris Jerichos, the Samoa Joes, the AJ Styles, every time they have a match, the opponent ends up looking better than when they started that feud.
All right, Dax right there takes a hard shot to the ring turnbuckles right there, going down hard from Jay White. Then he makes the tag, stumbling out of there. Juice Robinson comes in and throws him in the other turnbuckle even harder. Now,
that one actually looked like it hurt.
Yo, those turnbuckles, they do hurt, man. They look soft, but if you hit them fast enough.
Look, not only the turnbuckles, but massive respect for anyone who's willing to take a bump on the ring apron, because I've done that, and that hurts.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You get
both men exchanging chops right now. Dax comes back with a big back elbow, dropping Juice to the floor tag to Cash Wheeler, who's now in the ring. Backdrop from Dax to Cash, using his body as a weapon, drops the leg drop on Rock Hard Juice Robinson, who kicks out at 2, Travis.
I'm sorry. I'm reading Richard's comment, and he says, Savage would be awesome as a manager in AEW. Another Captain Lou Albino. Who's Lou Albino?
Captain Lou Albino, man. How do you not know Captain Lou Albino, man? I mean, he's part of WrestleMania 1 with, what's her name? The singer. The guy.
Believe it or not, actually, that's the only WrestleMania I've never watched.
Oh, yeah. Before even WrestleMania happened, Rock and Wrestling, Cyndi Lauper. He was managing Cyndi Lauper, Captain Lou Albano. He managed a lot of different wrestlers. King Kong Bundy, he used to come out with. He came out with so many different wrestlers from the 80s.
So was
he used to mess. He used to be a wrestler a long time ago, but then he turned into a manager. He messed with Hot Rod. He messed with fucking...
Hold on. Was he a wrestling manager, or
yes, wrestling manager? No, wrestling manager.
So where does Cyndi Lauper come in?
Because they did a program where MTV was working with WWF for rock and wrestling, where they had a TV show where it was wrestling with rock bands, and then Cyndi Lauper had a whole thing at WrestleMania where she came out.
She's the one who played Wonder Woman, right?
No, Cyndi Lauper's the girl that sings the song. She has a bunch of different hits from the 80s.
Who played Wonder Woman?
Not Cyndi Lauper, goddammit. Cash Wheeler with a huge European uppercut to Juice, coming in hot for something, and then Juice just sends him flying into the top rope, slingshots to the outside. Very good spot. And Jay White is waiting now, takes advantage of the ref not paying attention, and he drops Cash chest first on that part of the ring that you're talking about, that side apron. And
now I recognize Cyndi Lauper.
Dax very concerned. He's checking on his boy, trying to get him up, get him back in the ring so they don't lose by count out.
You got to
remember the ring apron.
You're what did you say? You're 30. Was it 39 or 37?
I'm older than you. That's all you need to know.
Right. So the 80s would have been more your generation. I was growing up in the 90s.
Yeah, but he's been part of a lot of documentaries and stuff over the years.
I still remember my very first feud I ever saw in WWE, and I remember this because I remember at the time I didn't even know what it was. I had a friend who turned me on to it, and I remember it was the first match I ever saw was the SmackDown where Undertaker was facing Big Show in a steel cage, and I remember thinking at the time I was like, "This is." I remember thinking, I'm like, "This is scripted. This is staged. This is acting." But I'm like, this is no different than playing a role in a movie. These people should be taken just as seriously as a George Clooney, a Brad Pitt, any of those things.
All right, I'm not even going to begin to give you my opinion on that right there, but I will tell you, Cash is getting his ass kicked in the corner from Jay White and Juice Robinson. Obviously, it's theater, but some people do not need to be taken as seriously as George Clooney. There are some people that are clowns and will always be a clown.
Yes, but George Clooney is a clown.
George Clooney is not a clown, right?
Talentless hack.
He's been working harder than you've been alive.
And yet, every movie, it's the same thing. He looks down. He looks up squinting. That's it. Every movie.
Get the hatred out of your heart. How do you have so much hatred when you go to church? Let it out.
Why do you think this show is for?
Touche. Fair point. All right. Well, actually, it's supposed to be about watching wrestling over here, but I guess we're just going to hate on George Clooney some more on Saturday night. Anyway, Jay White now going for a beautiful figure 4 leg lock, I think. No? Wow. Nope. Reverse Indian Deathlock? What is this?
Yes, reverse Indian Deathlock.
I love the way Dax is just watching it. Wait, Jay just spit on him.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, wow. Beautiful submission. Yeah, ultimate dragon.
Oh, and look at that beautiful taunt. Spits at Dax while he's doing it. Oh, yes. Goes into last.
And then Jay comes in for the chop, and I thought the ref did a shitty job of keeping Dax out of there. But he breaks it up with a chop, and now Dax gets sent into the barricade by Jay White.
Blade Runner on the outside? Nope.
No. Jay White back in the ring. He's going to flex a little bit. Now he's grabbing Cash Wheeler, bringing him back to the corner.
Dax really selling that.
Action Andrade versus a Scorpion Sky to come later tonight.
Oh, nice. It'll be nice to see Scorpio Sky back in action.
That should be a good match.
Yeah.
Jay White going for a suplex. Cash is going to counter, or he's going to try to. Now brings him down for a roll-up, but the ref obviously distracted by Juice. He ain't making that count. 2. And a kick out by, oh, man. Wow. Jay White over there with a low blow. The ref didn't see it. These refs, they miss everything. They're terrible.
Yep.
Jay with a running elbow to the corner. Snap suplex into the turnbuckle. And Cash took a nasty bump. Looked like he landed on his head.
You want to know something funny? You want to know something funny? Sure. I was in the middle of a fatal 4-way match the other night in AEW Fight Forever while we were watching SmackDown. And the ref is like, 1, 2, wait, there's a guy standing on the apron. I'm like, dadgum, even the video game, these refs are incompetent.
All right, another snap suplex from Juice Robinson to Cash Wheeler. Now a tag to Jay White, who gets in the ring. He's going to grab Jay White. No, I'm sorry, Jay White over here getting beat down now by Cash, fighting back, sends him into the ropes. But Jay holding on for dear life, not letting him gain any momentum. Both men now exchanging shots, and Jay shoots him off into the ropes. Cash dodges an attack from Juice, knocks him off the turnbuckle. Jay goes for backdrop, and then Wheeler turns it around. Crossbody kind of lays him out. Now he's going for the tag on. Yeah, he's going for the tag on Dax right now. I don't know what you want to call that. It was like a dropping body. He just turned his body in midair and dropped it on him.
It looked almost like, I know it wasn't, but it almost looked like Jay just kind of was like, oh, you weigh too much.
Jay White rocks Dax off the turnbuckle. Cash Wheeler now making a comeback kick to the midsection. Chop on White. Now beating up Juice. Shots to him. Headbutt to Juice. Uppercut to Jay. Clothesline sending Juice Robinson over the top rope to the outside. Goes for another one on Jay White, who then sends Cash Wheeler to the outside. Throws him over. Dumps him basically to the outside over the top rope.
Yeah. Oh, that looked nasty.
That did look nasty.
That looked like he landed on his arm.
And now we're going to a commercial break. I'm going to go get a refill. Someone came and drank all my beverage. They came in here, they disrespected me, and they drank all my shit.
Yeah, somebody. Uh-huh.
That's right.
So, how's everyone doing tonight? Anything going on this Saturday evening, or just killing time? Boop, 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 boop. Oh, I hate these commercials for pizza. For those of you who don't know what it is, I'll tell you. Paleo says you can't have breads, sugars, any of that kind of stuff. That's what I'm on, and I hate it. Sugar was my major weakness, and now my body is like, I hate that you don't have it. Pinning combo 1, 2. It's so hard to tell what's going on in this silly little picture-in-picture. Oh, good Lord. Bud Light trying a new commercial, try and win back its fans, and it's just never going to.
Yeah. Man, we're still in picture.
I was saying, I hate all these commercials for wings, pizza, because I started paleo, and it's like those are all the things you can't have, and of course my major weakness is sugar, so I'm like, oh, I hate this thing.
Just look away.
I meant the diet itself.
Yes. Just look away. Be strong. All right, Jay White now coming in.
Lose weight. So.
Yeah, you got to fight it.
Yeah.
Just watch what you eat and when you eat. Don't eat late and go to sleep.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Well, it's also because diabetes runs in my family, so
everybody's got diabetes. If you're in America, you have diabetes. They just don't want to tell you. Listen, relax.
Yeah,
it's not the end of the world. You don't need doctors. You don't need nothing. What you need is discipline, controlled diet.
That's the most New York thing I've ever seen. Yeah, you don't need no doctors.
You don't. You just need discipline, man. Discipline. Yeah. All right, Eric Cartman could teach you more about life than any fucking doctor ever could. All right?
That's true.
Believe me, go watch every episode of South Park ever made. There's a lesson in every single one of them. And that's why I love South Park. Some people hate it.
I remember the old, I say that, it was our parents' generation, but man, Bruce Springsteen had a song where he said you'll learn more from a 3-minute record than you'll ever learn in school.
Probably right, but
I'm sure it is right.
Just eat. Listen, just don't eat bullshit for about a year. Just eat chicken and lettuce and tomatoes and
which
veggies.
Are all the things I like anyways.
You can mix it up every day. Make a different chicken salad. Yeah, I used to put watermelon in my salad. I used to put mango in my salad. I used to put pineapple in my salad. Mix it up every day. One day strawberries.
Watermelon and mango sound good. I'm not a big. I don't really care for pineapple. I don't know why. I just don't.
Pineapple's good.
Of course,
man.
I'm also told by several of my friends I'm crazy because I don't drink coffee.
That's good though. Coffee's not good.
Yeah.
Caffeine is not good, So you have
And
an
that's
advantage.
why, like, occasionally if I want a soft drink, I'll have an AEW or a mug. But if it has caffeine in it, I'm not drinking it.
And I recommend signing up to a gym and going twice a week to build it up.
I actually have a total gym in my house, and I've been using it.
Okay, hey, working out is working out. You don't have to work out to lose weight. I mean, it definitely helps.
Yeah.
Especially if you're already eating the right foods. If you're eating the right foods, the weight will come off eventually with repetition. But
like
going
tonight,
on walks.
Tonight dinner was a pork loin, a salad, and a tiny bit of stuffing. That's it.
See, we learned something here in Wrestling with Savage. All right, coffee gives you a high risk of heart attacks.
It does,
absolutely. But almost everything in America gives you a high risk of a heart attack nowadays.
Did you know they're about to have to start putting warning on the diet drinks because of the whole aspartame thing? They're saying it leads to cancer.
Yeah, no, diet soda is the worst soda you can ever drink.
Oh, absolutely.
Dax going for the cover on Jay after a huge move, and he was able to kick out. This match is still going on. They're definitely giving this match a lot of time.
They have, but they've earned it, though. This has been a great match.
Yeah, Benjamin, I remember when they were in WWE as well, shaving each other's backs and having terrible gimmicks.
Yeah, god-awful ones. They were great in NXT, but like most main roster calls.
Let's see. I think they're going for the finish right here. I don't think they're going to get it. No, they're going for a spike pile driver. And then Jay White with a counter dumps Dax to the outside. Wheeler goes for the attack off the top rope, and Jay dodges. Juice Robinson comes in with a right hand on Dax, and Snapdragon suplex by Jay White wipes out Cash Wheeler. And now Jay White going for the switchblade, Travis, but then Cash gets saved by Dax. Blade Runner? Okay.
Yeah, his finisher's name is Blade Runner.
Oh, wow. And then Jay White managed to escape from the... Wow.
Big rig.
Wow. That was beautiful. It's getting a little wild right here. I don't know who's going to win this right now.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Beautiful takedown. Oh, shit. Now coming in for the spike pile driver. FTR with a spike pile driver. Damn, that looked nasty. Beautiful sell by Jay White. Goes flying off the bump.
Yeah.
And then Bruce Robinson makes the save. Slapping Jay White, trying to wake his ass up to keep him alive in this match. The fans seem to be on their feet right now.
Yeah, they are. And they should be. This is a good match.
This is a great match.
Yeah.
Whoever said FTR was boring, I want to know, did you actually think this match was boring? Because so far, this match has been good.
This may be the best match we've gotten on Collision so far.
Cash right there gets shoved into the ring post, goes to the outside.
Did you see the way that his head hit?
Yeah, that didn't look nice.
Look good.
No. Now Dax is down in the middle of the ring. Juice Robinson coming in, picking up Dax. Goes for a DDT. Awesome. Dax with a counter. Dax dodges the attack from Juice. Clotheslines Jay White. Juice Robinson. Wow, what is that move called where he drops him like in a go to sleep, but to the knees?
Give me a second.
That was nice.
They didn't say its special name, but I know that when
And then Jay White now just hits the Regal Plex, and then Dax again kicking out at 2. Close, the near fall right there.
This has been a long match, but a good one. I'm a little surprised they're getting this much time, but
they better not go to commercial right now. I want to see a clean finish in this. I don't want to see shenanigans.
I wouldn't mind seeing shenanigans.
If we're going to have new tag team champions on Collision, I'm okay with it right now.
This wasn't for the tag team championship.
I thought it was.
No, I think it's just a match.
Oh, it's an eliminator. So if they win this match, then they get a title shot.
Yeah. I think that we're going to see shenanigans.
I think they are going to win then.
I think it is we're going to see shenanigans, but I think it's going to be from Gun Club.
Maybe. We haven't seen them yet, so hopefully not. Dax with a power bomb to Jay White. Springboard power bomb. Off the ropes. Takes him down. Cover. And another kick out by Jay White.
I thought you liked the guns.
I do like the guns, but I want this match to have a clean finish.
Oh my gosh, that was close. This is
Dax with a running elbow to the face of Jay White, covers him again.
what is that thing on his leg? Is that from a brace?
Yeah, it's a brace for his knee.
Okay. I didn't know if the two of them have had health injuries.
Oh, yeah, he's had a lot of surgeries. Juice comes in with the flying lariat kick, or whatever you want to call that.
Still missing.
Oh my!
That's still behind.
Rising heel kick,
Oh!
I guess.
Yep, that was like a leg lariat. That's
Cash going for a backslide. Jay White catching the what do you call it? The switchblade? Night
Blade
Runner?
Runner.
Blade. It's not the switchblade?
Blade Runner.
But why is I like switchblade? Why isn't that the switchblade?
Because he switchblade Jay White. He decided to call it the Blade Runner because that's one of his favorite movies.
Copy that. Blade Runner. The Blade Runner by Jay White. Now Jay White, the guy who hits the Blade Runner, is about to go to war with Dax in the middle of the ring, exchanging forearm after forearm. Let's see where this goes.
Punk and Joe are going to have to work really hard to top this.
Yes.
I don't know that they can. I love CM Punk and I love Joe, but this has been one of the best tag team matches this whole year.
Let's see the finish.
And on Collision, no less.
Jay White going for a drop kick to the knees on Dax, dropping him to one knee. Now multiple vicious chops to the chest of Dax. Points the gun to his head. Goes for another huge chop, and Dax grabs him in the backdrop. Juice is able to sneak in the tag. Dax fights him off. Multiple shots on Juice and Jay. Now Dax trying to roll up Jay. Juice comes in and lands a nasty DDT. Now the cover. Cash Wheeler coming in for the break. And no. Clean win. Juice Robinson picking up the victory with a very dirty DDT. And Cash barely being able to make it back.
The audience looks stunned, but
they look shocked. They look shocked.
But they shouldn't be.
It is shocking, though, because that's Juice Robinson picking up the biggest win of his career. Because this is the biggest match of his life so far, because it's getting him that opportunity for gold. I'm excited about that.
Well, remember, Juice is a former IWGP US champion.
No, he's the real deal. But I'm talking about it in terms of AEW success.
And the only reason he had to even give up that title was he had to have a medical procedure done.
We're going to talk more about FTR in a second. We got Christian on the TV right now who's hyping up his boy.
Let's talk about the better team tonight. Switchblade and Juice. Bullet Club Gold. Far better. They beat the supposedly best tag team in the world, so now they're the best.
No, they're not. But they could be if they get the gold from them.
No, I know. I'm just...
But shocking win. It is a shock. People could say that. It's a shocking win. It makes them look hella strong.
I'm liking that we're getting a vignette only because even though he's going to lose, it's been a long time since we saw Shawn Spears, so it's nice that they're kind of, reintroducing people to him.
So far, Collision's been doing a better job with the vignettes than Dynamite's been doing as of late.
It's just doing a better job, period.
Well, because they're trying really hard to draw people in on a Saturday. Be curious to see what the ratings are tomorrow morning. By the way, congratulations to you on SmackDown. I don't know how the hell you managed to get 450 views. I'm going to attribute it more to the Bloodline all being on TV guaranteed.
Oh, probably.
But nonetheless, I can't say a word because I wasn't there for a second of it. So, Travis, they like to see your beautiful face, man. They think we're going to nickname you the Sexy Travis. Able to keep the people busy.
Nah, I'm good. But you know what? But Luke Gallows has trademarked the name Sex Ferguson, so...
Yeah, I heard about that. I think that was you were the one that told me about that.
That's the weirdest name I think I've ever heard.
Honestly, I thought if it wasn't for Madison Square Garden, that show last night was Yeah.
Yeah,
MSG made that show better than what it was.
I agree. It did.
Hot crowd.
But I will say this. Even though I wanted Grayson Waller to win, I love the fact that Edge, when he beat him, because Grayson Waller said like 3 or 4 times when he was facing Edge, he was like, "This is sink or swim." I like that at the end, even though Edge beat him, he just got on the mic and goes, "You swam," threw the mic at him. That's all he needed to say. And in that moment, my mind was like, that was like a Kurt Angle and Cena moment.
Oh, 100%.
That was
Listen,
guy
Grayson
saying,
Waller can now say his first match on the main event roster was against Edge. That's crazy.
yeah, like that was crazy. Like think of that, and think about it. Like I said, John Cena can always say, "Well, my first match was against Kurt Angle, who's a Hall of Famer." This is the same thing. Grayson Waller can go, "Well, my first match was against Edge, who's a Hall of Famer."
Listen, Grayson Waller is an example of why it's so important to have a big personality, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Because truth be told, he hasn't been in a WWE for a long time.
No.
And what he did with the opportunities he had took full advantage to the point where he got the big dogs to say, we want Grayson Waller on Fox.
We want that Grayson Waller rub.
We want that Grayson Waller effect.
Yeah, look at this. He was on the independent circuit from 2017 to 2021. And then in 2021, he signed with WWE. So he's been doing this. His total career is spanning from 2017 to 2023. That's what, 6 years?
6 years.
6 years. And this guy is, without a doubt, in my mind, I'm not saying Roman by any means, but I could see Grayson Waller being a world champion.
Oh, he's definitely got the personality for big things. We'll see what they're going to do with him. They might look at him as we don't know what they think of him. They might have a specific role for him.
Yeah,
and
but I think
world champion might not be part of it. I don't believe
Edge,
that to be true.
I think Edge signing off on him is going to go a long way.
Yeah, well, I was having an argument today with my group chat over here because Rhea Ripley praised independent wrestler that I know, KC Navarro. And,
Damn right.
Rhea Ripley praising KC Navarro, this is a big deal.
Yeah, KC Navarro's. I see him and I see big things in his future.
I see him in NXT in less than a year.
Maybe
even this year.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. We have FTR on the mic right now. And Juice and Jay saying that we're the best tag team of the night. And that they might have a right to call themselves the best tag team in the world because we just beat Fuzzy Wuzzy Bear and Silly Willy. We've beaten you twice now. No, there's no link to watch, my man. We just do live watch along, play by play.
Honestly, let me ask you this. Genuinely asking you this, Savage. If they take the I'm not saying they will, but if they take the titles off FTR and give them to Juice and Jay, would you be bothered by that?
Well, we're getting a handshake right now. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going to happen here. This is a tough one because you got the future right there. And you have the best tag team in the world.
2 out of 3 falls for the gold.
If it's 2 out of 3 falls, I kind of give the advantage to FTR.
I don't. And I'll tell you the reason why I don't. Because remember, 2 out of 3 falls means that if they win the first fall, the Guns could come in, beat them to where they can't even move. That will count against them because disqualification, but then they can pick the bones and just go, well, that's how we get our third fall.
Yeah, it's definitely a part of a possible scenario. You never know what's going to happen on AEW.
See, that's what's great. How boring would this show be if we just agreed on everything?
100%. I don't know if that's going to happen, but it's a possibility. And right now, Scorpio Sky, does he have a possibility of getting some momentum here?
Yes.
Having an entrance on live TV. Action Andrade, by the way, Travis, who recently shocked the world by beating Chris Jericho. He's
That
not
was
getting
like
an
4
entrance
months ago.
tonight.
That wasn't recent. That was like 4 months ago. And
That's recently. What do you mean? It's not 4 years
But
ago.
here's the thing. You got to remember, this industry and the fans have, and I'm not trying to insult the fans because I'm one of them, but they have goldfish brain. It's like, yeah, you beat him 4 months ago, but what have you done since then?
Of course they have goldfish brain. They think the Bloodline's good storyline, even though it's the same shit on fucking week TV every week. But yet it's the best thing we've ever seen because there's been such a lack of quality content in the last 10 years that they're just clamoring for anything to resonate with them, and they're holding on to this for dear life like it's the greatest thing.
Somebody said this. They're like, the Bloodline is such a good thing and it's so unique and all this stuff. I said, yes, it's extremely unique. They only took the idea from every movie ever written.
The Bloodline needs more blood. That's what I think. We need more members. We need more juiciness.
Bring in Jacob Fatu. Bring in Lloyd and Oli. Bring in...
So it looks like Scorpio Sky and Action Andrade are going to start this off as an actual wrestling match. I'm curious here to see what role Action Andrade is going to play right now. Is he going to be like an enhancement talent right now, just put here to make Scorpio look good? Or are these guys both going to go out looking good?
Hold on. I'm not disagreeing, make Scorpio look good and all that. But you got to remember, this is the man who was actually one half of the first AEW Tag Team Champions. It's not like Scorpio Sky is a newcomer.
No, not at all. But he was a TNT champion. They modeled him as such. And I feel like they did him dirty when they took the title off him. So I'm curious to see if they're going to let him get some retribution.
Blue Kane? Who's Blue Kane?
Blue Kane is a new guy on the indies that dresses up like Kane, except he's blue. And he has challenged Matt Cardona. He said he's coming for Matt Cardona. I don't really know much more than that.
Oh, it says here that instead of being fire, he's ice. So, you know what? I'm actually okay with this because you know what it makes me think of?
I call nasty gimmick infringement, but okay.
I mean, I do too. It's gimmick infringement, but you know what's funny?
Did you know the guy who plays Michael Jackson? Have you seen him on the indies?
No.
Santana Jackson. His gimmick is like Michael Jackson.
What is it? Cantana Jackson?
I think his name on the indies is Santana Jackson. Anyway, he just got a residency at Atlantic City playing Michael Jackson for 8 weeks. Which is kind of crazy to me. And Devin says Matt Cardona doesn't want to match with a big blue machine. You're probably right. He probably doesn't want to match with a big blue machine because nobody knows who the big blue machine is.
So so a minute ago what I was saying was even though this is Blue Kane and snow powers instead of fire, I'm actually okay with this. You know why? In my mind, I know it's stupid, but in my mind, I'm going fire, ice, scorpion, Sub-Zero. There you go. Possible. I'm not saying it'll happen, but possible. What if because it's indies, and why would he need to? But what happens if Kane decides, I don't like this, and then the two of them have a match?
And have you been hearing about this new form of social media that everybody's going crazy about, Threads?
No.
Okay, so apparently Threads is like Instagram's version of Twitter. And it's just so, like, why are people going crazy over this? It's like, we already have Instagram.
Look, I have this, and I have Discord. That's it.
Why do we need to have 190 different social medias?
Well, because did you not hear about what's going on with Twitter?
There's a lot going on. Yes, I heard you can't look.
They limited people to something like, I think it was like 260 messages a day or whatever, and people freaking out. And it's like, because we've become so dependent on our devices that if we're not going scroll, not even commenting, just scrolling for 6-7 hours, we freak out. I mean, look at you. You're looking at your phone right now, and I'm not condemning. I'm just saying Americans and the world in general, but especially Americans, we are addicted to our devices.
More some than others, man. I mean,
you know what?
I am too, but if it's more of like a work habitual bullshit, but I have the ability where when I want to just walk away, I put it down.
You know what You're probably old enough like me that you remember this. You know what we used to call devices? They're called books. Books, people. Read them. Particularly this one.
What's a book?
Particularly read this one. I Am Legend. The book is really good.
I Am Legend, the book.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind reading a book if I had access to a beach and I could go walk and sit on the beach or something, but
In New York, all you can sit on is the frozen ground, basically.
no, we got some nice stuff. You gotta go for a drive.
Long Beach.
We're back in action right now. Full time, full screen. We're off the picture-in-picture. Andrade coming in with a hot forearm to the face, dropping Scorpio Sky, dodges his attack. Nice backbreaker into a neck breaker. Good combo into the kick up.
Good combo.
Into the flex. Into the flex. Action Andrade looking solid right now.
He is. I don't see him winning this match, but he's looking good. Scorpio looks like he's got maybe a tiny bit of ring rust. But, I mean, he did just get over an injury, so.
Well, this is his first match back on live TV, so. Action going for the suicide dive, taking down Scorpio Sky on the outside. I think Andrade was out for a couple of weeks too, wasn't he?
Action Andrade? Or Andrade Alila?
Action Andrade.
I'm not sure. But luckily,
Spanish Fly right
that
now.
can tell me anything.
Spanish Fly from Action right there. Going for the cover. Kick out at 2. Man, he should be in a tag team with Glacier. Actually, that sounds phenomenal.
Yeah, he was injured. Well, he was bruised. He wasn't like, surgery or anything like that. He was just
on the sidelines for a little bit.
Yeah, he was just injured for a little bit.
Okay. Sky trying to go for a roll-up. Andrade is fighting it off. Action dodges the kick. Scorpio lands a beautiful kick to the face. Action comes back with his own pump kick into a thrust kick. Running out of the corner. Shotgun drop kick. Wipes out Scorpio Sky, who's laid out right now. Andrade with a split-legged moonsault goes chest first into the knees of Scorpio Sky. And now
was that his
Scorpio
chest or
Sky
his head?
taking out his metaphorical straps, but gets countered by Action into a unique takedown cover attempt. Scorpio's able to kick out.
That was a good pin.
Spinning cutter right there.
TKO.
And Action's done. TKO. Scorpio Sky wins the match. So it seems like they want him to get back on the track of winning matches here on AEW Collision.
Yeah, he had a good match. What I'll be curious to see was when he left, he was a heel. Is he coming back as a face or is he going to stay a heel?
I still feel like they should have let Kazarian stay. SCU could have been a great thing still.
Oh, absolutely. I'm a huge SCU fan. Of course, I was a fan of these guys when they were the Addiction in Ring of Honor. Coming back in.
Scorpio Sky going back in the ring to give a handshake to Action. Let's see if Action's going to stand up and take it. He takes the hand. And we got a class act here on Saturday night, professional wrestling. Good role model there, showing the young kids who may be watching at home how to act after you win.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what the future holds for Scorpio Sky. And on Dynamite, Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin taking on Sammy Guevara and Daniel Garcia. Interesting match, but Orange
They're going to give it
Cassidy's
to
winning
Cassidy
that
and
match.
Orange.
Yeah. MJF and Adam Cole taking on Brian Cage and Big Bill. No surprise there.
Adam Cole and MJF.
Ruby Soho is going to beat up Sky
Who
Blue.
cares?
Swerve Strickland taking on Nick Wayne in his debut, and I'm very interested to see this matchup. What a great first opponent for Dynamite, because Swerve is phenomenal.
I don't think Nick Wayne wins this, but I think they'll have a good match.
I think he steals the show. Commander versus Chris Jericho.
That should be a good match.
And next, not next week, but the week after, Blood and Guts. Blackpool Combat Club taking on the Elite.
So did you see?
Waiting to find out who the new members are, or the final members.
I still think Blood and Guts got buried, because did you see what what William Regal said about it?
What did
Normally,
he say?
William Regal doesn't say stuff, but he said, companies take pot shots at WWE and try and say, oh, they're old school, they're all old and they're dying out and we're the new hot thing. He said, so then why did you steal our gimmick? And he posted a picture of Blood and Guts and he posted a picture of War Games and he said, War Games, clearly the superior format.
Well, next week, man, we have 2 big matches to call. CM Punk or Samoa Joe versus Ricky Starks. And then FTR versus Jay Juice Robinson in the best out of 3 falls. 2 heavy hitter matches. And I really think we're going to see CM Punk lose to Ricky Starks. That's how I see this whole thing playing out.
You said he was going to win the tournament.
I think he's going to lose. I think he's going to put over Ricky Starks.
Oh,
I said he's going to beat Joe tonight.
The only reason I don't like that idea of Starks beating him is it's like, okay, you had Chris Jericho give you a rub. You had CM Punk give you a rub. Now, if he still is bad after this, it's like, man, how many people does he need to drop the ball with before we go?
Well, dude, I could be completely wrong. I mean, this could be 100% CM Punk's tournament to win, and he just comes back, steamrolls Joel, steamrolls Ricky.
Let's put it this way. It's definitely his tournament to lose.
Well, I'll say this. After that springboard DDT malfunction that we saw in the middle of the ring, he might have just shit himself out of this whole tournament.
Which, I mean, in fairness, look, those ring ropes get slippery. All that, I'm not going to condemn him and go like, it's unforgivable. But yeah, that was pretty bad, and he needs to work and make sure that doesn't happen a second time. I just don't see
the fact that he was still trying to make it work after it failed. Like, you need to just adapt and just change immediately.
Move on to a different move.
No, just get back in the ring and just hit a crazy DDT. Just DDT the shit out of him. Call it a day.
Yeah, adaptation. I mean, if you don't, you need to add that. You need to, in this business, you need to be able to go, okay, move A didn't work, time to go with move B. Move B didn't work, time to go with move C. You don't just keep trying to make A work because the fans can see it.
You got to use those mistakes as opportunities to show people that you can adapt and just change real quick.
Yeah, look at this is a famous one, I know, but look at Theory. Theory had that horrible botch where everyone was like, oh my God, he nearly killed that guy. He apologized, and since his ring work's been nearly immaculate. Like, he took that opportunity and went, you know what, I'm going to learn from this. The problem is, and I don't mean this to sound as rude as it's going to, I think Ricky Starks thinks he's more valuable than he is.
Probably. I don't think you're wrong about that. But you know what? The wrestlers have to have that kind of attitude to be in this kind of business, man. You got to be confident, because if you're not, you can get eaten alive and taken advantage of by a lot of people, and not just the bookers.
Right. And I mean, the thing is, again, one of the things that did not help him is that MJF promo where he was like, "You're dollar store Dwayne" and all that. It was like that night. That night MJF emasculated him on promos. I feel like it's like that kind of exposed him.
Well, they put, in my opinion, that whole thing happened a little premature, and I don't think they put enough effort into preparing Ricky Starks for that kind of opportunity.
No.
MJF's out here. He gets plenty of mic time, plenty of opportunity to get better at what he does better than anybody. Ricky is fighting for 30 seconds of TV time sometimes.
I'm a fan of him, but watching this commercial, damn, dude, Danny DeVito's looking old.
Leave Danny DeVito alone, man.
I love Danny DeVito. I'm just saying, he's looking kind of old.
Don't bother Danny DeVito. Joe's coming out first. Man, we're here. It's time for the main
no wonder.
event.
He's 78 years old. He is old.
He is old, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Leave him alone. Why buy him?
Joe's gonna kill him.
Even if Joe wins, it's 100% believable. It's what should happen. Joe should kill CM Punk. But
you know
welcome to the world of professional wrestling.
You know what makes me sad? I'm not even a fan of the character, but You know what? Because the Young Bucks get these things, the CM Punk gets special entrances. You know what I would have done for this? I actually would have had him coming out wearing the makeup and everything because, again, he's going to be playing Sweet Tooth. Like, how awesome would that be? He comes to the ring dressed as like a serial killer.
Not if he's going to lose, though. They wouldn't like that. That's got to be in a match that he dominates.
The fans chanting for Joe.
Fans are chanting for Joe, but here comes the best in the world to make his way to the ring right now. I used to love this song, but now I don't love it as much as I used to.
I still like the song. I just don't like that it's attached to him.
I've heard it too many times. Yeah, it's a good song. It's a great song. No, I can't knock the song. Good song.
What do you see?
CM Punk making his way to the ring, and we're getting ready to call action live here on the main event of AEW Collision. It's going down right now. CM Punk versus Samoa Joe. CM Punk making his way down to the ring, trying to hopefully pay back Tony Khan for some of that money he got paid. Lots of money paid to this man to do exactly what he's going to do right now. Get in the ring and have a professional wrestling match, and he's going to do it with one of the scariest men in the business, Samoa Joe. You got to give credit to CM Punk for stepping in the ring with a match like this, and he just returned a few weeks ago, and he says, I'm getting back in there with one of the guys who I know is going to leave me with bruises. He's definitely going to beat the shit out of me every opportunity he gets.
He said it tonight. Joe's giving him scars. Joe's knocked out his teeth. Like, go back and watch some of Joe's and CM Punk's matches in Ring of Honor. Those were not light things. Those were heavy-hitting matches.
It's sad that this match is happening in Vagina, Canada. Vagina, Canada.
I think it's Regina or something like that, but
it's terrible. Punk gets injured here. We'll find out right now.
Here's hoping. I mean, hopefully it doesn't happen.
Good God, you're a terrible human.
But yet somehow I'm still a better human being than CM Punk.
I don't even know if that's true, but fuck it.
Hey, you know what? Hulk Hogan is a better human being than CM Punk.
All right, we're getting the stare off right now.
But I'll give credit where credit's due. Punk is still better than Hitler, so. Not by much, but he is.
I don't know. What's wrong with you, Travis? What's wrong with you?
I think he's overhyped. I think he's
Was it your goal in life to be able to just say the word Hitler or the name Hitler on a podcast at some point?
No, my goal is to call out CM Punk for what he is, mediocre.
Look, like 3 people just left after you said Hitler.
Yeah, well, you know what? If those 3 people are so offended by me just saying a name, they need to, how do I put this nicely? Go touch grass.
Okay. The ref right now trying to break up the choke right now by Joe. Joe going in for a big, vicious chop, and Punk showing that he's still quicker than Joe, able to escape, avoid, dodge, and realign himself on the opposite side of the ring. Now the stare down begins. He's
quicker than Joe until that leg of his gives out.
We'll find out. Both men lock up again, and Punk immediately goes for an arm bar, turns it around. Fans now chanting CM Punk, and Punk goes for a big chop. Joe goes for his own big chop, and Punk able to avoid it again.
Yeah, I was going to say, you need to avoid that chop by Joe. He's much more vicious with those.
Kevin Spacey is a better human than CM Puke.
That is true. Hey, it caught on. I got my gimmick phrase now.
All right, Gianna, the match just started. Give it a minute.
I have to admit, even I don't hate CM Punk match that fast.
All right, so now this looks bad. The test of strength, now it looks a little more believable as Joe is bearing down on CM Punk with all of his weight.
Well, as he should.
This man in half. But now Punk is able to fight back right now, and he kicks out of this test of strength and then chops Joe. Now, obviously, this upsets Joe, who goes back in for the lockup.
There you go. See?
Joe now spreading CM Punk against the ropes, and the ref is really getting involved here, Travis.
Yeah. CM
Joe
Punk,
going for another giant chop. CM Punk avoids it again, goes for a headlock. Joe shoves him off into the apron, but Punk holds on and actually brings him down with a headlock.
I like the story they're telling here. Joe is the more powerful. CM Punk is the more technical, so he's got to wear him down. He can't just expect to match power with Joe. It's not going to work.
Now CM Punk going for the classic no mercy move that Stone Cold Steve Austin had when you light grapple and pressed A, the shoulder block attack, where he has you in the armbar, launching shoulder blocks into your chest, and now Punk going a step further, doing some chops, and now taking it back into the headlock. If one thing Punk is doing correct right now, he's doing some solid transitional wrestling right now, all keeping it intertwined and together.
I said it. He was a good technician.
He still is a good technician.
Yeah, that's true.
At the end of the day, he's on the main, just like you told Ravish and Ricky, hey, who's on this show? Hey, who's on the main event of AEW Collision right now?
Yeah.
Punk going for a big boot to the face to counter Joe. Now going for a springboard crossbody. And Joe, with his padded in, walking away. He just walks away. And Punk goes crashing on the mat. That was done well. Ricky, you got to admit, that was actually done well. I wasn't a fan of seeing CM Punk going for another springboard move, but this one worked. And now Joe with a beautiful chop to the back of CM Punk. You're going to enjoy this. And another chop to the chest of CM Punk. Light his ass up, Joe. Light his ass up. Get him, Joe. Joe with a huge chop off the Irish whip. Now a big kick to the chest. And now this is the part of the match that I'm loving, because now we're seeing the brutality from Samoa Joe.
Man, looking at this roster from No Mercy, I can already tell you I would have been playing as a guy who to this day I still think was great and should have been done better. Steve Blackman.
Oh, Steve Blackman was phenomenal. Now, Samoa Joe with multiple right hands to the face of CM Punk, dropping him down to his ass in the corner. Ref checking on him, making sure he's okay.
Beautiful. Classic Joe. I love it.
We still got about 15 minutes left on this match, maybe a little more if they go over.
Punch. And every single punch from Joe looks like it, like any one of them looks like it could be a knockout blow.
Punk now coming back with his combinations, but his chops, they're not measuring up to Joe's chops. And now Joe able to take advantage and send him flying with a nice shoulder block right back down to the mat.
I was actually watching an interview the other day. They were asking Gunther, and they said, who's someone you would never want to take a chop from? And he looks and he goes, I don't think I'd want to take a Samoa Joe chop, honestly.
No, there's only one person I won't take a chop from in Big Show.
No. Or Great Khali.
Nah. Oh my God. Joe with not even a chop. He just straight up beat
Oh my God.
He dropped Punk off the top rope with that chop.
That wasn't a chop. That was a full-on slice.
Yeah, bro. He dropped Punk, man, hard, man. And we go picture in picture so we can see more AEW content as they're showing a commercial featuring everybody over here. Jade Cargill, and they're trying to advertise for Rampage to let you know, hey, guys, we have a show on. If it's not enough that you have to be home on Saturday to watch us, guess what, guys? You can stay home on Friday night, too.
I'm going to be straight up honest with you, man. I hardly ever watched Rampage as it was, and now that it's like, okay, they've moved Malachi and his group, the House of Black over to Collision. Miro's on Collision. Andrade's on Collision. Bullet Club Gold's on Collision. I'm like, I literally don't know anyone who watches Rampage anymore.
Somebody's watching Rampage. It sure as shit ain't me and you, but somebody out there, maybe even in this chat, is watching Rampage. I don't know.
Okay, you ready for a scientific fact here?
Sure.
Rampage, less than New Japan.
Well, with that being said, how about some cheap promotional bullshit? Let's get it done. All right, coming up at the Wrestling Universe. Coming up at the Wrestling Universe live, August 19th, 2023, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. The Black Dahlia, the Chainsaw Queen. You can meet her there, or you can come and meet her at Wrestle Bash. We're also going to have Jimmy Hart at Legends Fan Fest coming up in September. Haku and Black Dahlia at Wrestle Bash, August 20th. Make sure you go follow my cousin Cri Text. Pick up his album, Justified Homicides. Very good album, very good artist. Also a sponsor of our show. If you haven't watched BPW Reloaded, you can go sign up to the Premier Streaming Network and catch it anytime, along with thousands of other programs that Premier does. Party with Marty. We'll talk about Party with Marty a little bit later. It might be coming in August. I'll let you know exactly more after the episode of Dark Side of the Ring premieres. Make sure you follow Outlaw Wrestling. And their next show coming up is usually at the Queen's Brewery, which is the second Thursday of every month. But this show here is going to be Friday on the 14th at Bolero in New Jersey. Which one?
Who are you picking to win that? KC or Matt?
I think Casey Navarro is going to walk away with the win on this one. And that's the next pay-per-view from BPW. But now back to the action of All Elite Wrestling. And watching CM Punk versus Samoa Joe. And Travis, what do you think of action so far?
It's okay. It's not as, I'll say this. Like I said, Bullet Club versus FTR was going to be very hard to follow with how good it was. And I do not think that this has succeeded that. I think that was the match of the night.
I agree with you. So far, that was 100% the match of the night. It's not even close, but we still have 10 minutes left on this. But this looks more like your traditional singles.
Why does it look like Punk's hand is bleeding already?
Maybe it is.
Is he taking cues from John Moxley now?
I don't think so, but Punk's never been shy from bleeding.
No.
And yeah, Ron Jones, you're right. A lot of the WWE guys all went straight to Collision.
Well, not straight.
But essentially, these guys, they're not even WWE guys. These guys are like Impact guys. These are Ring of Honor guys.
Hell, Malachi was on the Independents for like 10 years before he got signed to WWE.
Yeah, a lot of these WWE guys, they were somewhere else before they were WWE.
And the thing is, it's not fair to say they went straight to Collision. Now, as soon as Collision was started, yes, but I mean, let's not forget, when Malachi first came in, he was having matches with Cody Rhodes. I mean, it's like that should tell you how they looked at him.
Punk trying to mount a comeback right now with that giant knee in the corner. Now he's going for his bulldog. Samoa Joe holds on tight and applies the sleeper hold. Has him in the middle of the ring.
Oh, I love it. Love it.
This could be over.
You either tap out or you pass out, sucker.
And CM Punk with enough strength to get Joe up for the backdrop.
Good Lord, how much did that take out of Punk? Because Joe is not a light man.
Well, Punk showing some good strength right there, able to get Joe up and drop him for that backdrop. Nicely done. Both men down as the ref is giving us the count. Both men now slowly getting up to their feet. Now it looks like Punk is going to land a chop. Joe's going to go for a right hand.
Yeah. I wouldn't throw right hands with Joe. I mean, look at this. He's getting in 6. Oh, ducks the roundhouse. And now Joe with his much superior punches.
Yeah, but Punk comes back with a big boot and another rising knee in the corner. Goes back to the opposite corner and goes for another big-time running knee. Connects. What are we going to see now from Punk? Punk now looks like he's going to go for it one more time, and this could be a mistake.
Punk looks winded as hell, man.
And he connects with a knee one more time. Now he's bringing...
He goes for that running bulldog.
He brings Joe out of the corner and drops him with a clothesline, and he calls for a move from the top rope. He's now making his way slowly but surely. As you said, he does look winded.
Yeah. Mistake. I would never go to a top rope with a guy who's got a finisher like the Muscle Buster.
Never say never, Ron Jones. And CM Punk lands his signature elbow drop off the top rope, but it's not enough to take out Joe, who's able to kick out, and the match carries on.
Well, yes, and I don't blame them for wanting to be there. Look, I like Kenny, the Young Bucks, and Kenny, but there's no question that AEW is always going to be about Dynamite. Is always going to be about MJF.
We got CM Punk talking shit. He's calling for the GTS. Has Joe on his shoulders.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Now Joe fights out of it and lands on Punk. Very nasty. Watch that. That did not look good.
Oh, Lord, that looked painful.
Yes. And he lands on Punk and now puts him in the crossface. See, me personally, I've never been a fan of this version of the crossface. I've always felt like you should always wrap under the chin. Like, I know it hurts a little more, but it looks real.
Yeah, I would go under the chin because then it looks almost like you're trying to strangle him at the same time.
100%. That's a submission. If you do this on someone in real life, they're going to, laugh at you. Oh, you're breaking my nose, but I can breathe. No. Right here. Snap. Oh. Grab that shit. Punk fighting for his life right now. Literally after getting clobbered.
What tiny little bit of it remains.
Come on, man.
You said life, not soul. My bad.
That last move was rough, man. Punk definitely felt that shit. All right, Samoa Joe has Punk up for a power bomb, but Punk able to escape. Lands a right hand, goes for the GTS again, and now Joe comes in and lands a huge power slam on CM Punk. Punk gives the kick out at 2.
Okay, look, I may get some flack saying this, but that power slam, he pulls that off with such fluidity that I'd actually say his power slam almost looks better than Randy's. And
fans now chanting Owen Hart.
I'd say they should. I mean, Owen Hart's a legend.
CM Punk with a high roundhouse kick to the head and drops Joe where he stands with a cover. And now Joe able to kick out. Nice fast finish right there. Let's see how they follow up. In my opinion, I see the GTS coming in very soonly because they've been teasing it. And he hasn't connected with it yet.
Yeah.
Joe's already landed his signature sleeper.
I'd like to see him at least land the Muscle Buster, but I don't think they'll give it to him.
We're going to see. That's a tough bump.
What
Punk going to the top rope yet again.
Hey, you know what? I'm surprised and glad this match is even still going, considering that, oh my gosh.
Joe breaks that up real quick. Punk goes, I think you're going to get your wish. He's going for the Muscle Buster.
Hit that Muscle Buster. Hit it.
Punk fighting out of it right now.
No.
Yeah, this is the last match. This is the main event, man. CM Punk goes for a tornado DDT. Joe pushes him off. Now Punk with a swinging neck breaker, and he's fired up. Goes to Joe again. Now gets him up for the GTS. Joe escapes back into the sleeper. Punk escapes. Quick roll up on Joe. And gets the victory with a roll-up. No GTS, no Muscle Buster. He's able to beat Samoa Joe live on AEW Collision with the clean roll-up victory. And Samoa Joe, with this expression on his face, tells the entire story. He is absolutely in shock.
So let me see if I get this straight. Not only did you have CM Punk finally beat Samoa Joe, but you had him beat with a roll-up. Yeah, you made history, Punk. You made history as the biggest disappointment Samoa Joe's ever faced.
Punk looks very tired. Samoa Joe looks very upset.
Don't look upset, Samoa Joe. Beat the shit out of him.
Let's see what happens here. Is Joe going to have some respect for CM Punk? Because it looks like they ended this a little early, so there could be some kind of in-ring segment here.
No respect. Beat the shit out of him. You don't give respect to people who aren't worthy of it.
Punk sitting on his ass.
And it's a big ass to sit on.
Punk doesn't have a huge ass. He's staring at that cup, though. He's staring at that Owen Hart cup.
Hold on. How can you say he doesn't have a huge ass? Look at him. He's 100% ass. He is an ass.
Well, nonetheless, ass or not, he's taking on Ricky Starks next week, AEW Collision, in the men's tournament final for the Owen Hart Cup.
I'm so mad at this. Right here, I am mad at this.
Are you mad that I said this was going to be the finals a few weeks ago? I told everybody.
No, I'm not mad
Yes
at
and no.
that.
I called that though. I did.
I'm
said
not mad at that. I'm
CM
mad
Punk
at the fact
versus
that
Ricky
Samoa
Starks.
Joe should be beating the shit out of CM Punk right now.
Well, perhaps
He
I
should
agree
be
with
beating
that.
him like he owes him money.
We might still get that. Give the man a minute here. I think it's because it's the Owen Hart tournament. You know, we have to have a level of respect here, and that's why even Joe, who probably more than anybody in the world, who wants to beat the shit out of Punk,
And should.
they're still chanting. See, now the fans are reminding them why he's not going to beat the shit, because you have the fans chanting Owen Hart. CM Punk, let's see if he's going to shake the hand. Joe is extending the right hand for a handshake.
Were they chanting Tony Khan a minute ago?
I hope not.
Oh, Lord. Shake his hand, Punk, so that he can then put you to sleep.
CM Punk shaking the hand of Joe. Joe shaking back. And then puts him in the sleeper. Beautiful.
There you go. I told you.
Go to sleep, Punk.
Punk,
go to sleep.
And if we're super lucky, don't wake back up. No, I'm kidding. I don't actually want him to die.
Well, he is sleeping. And Joe's telling him, I've always been better than you. Now Joe going outside.
You know what? Hey, he put him to sleep.
He's grabbing a steel chair now, though.
You got to give credit where credit's due.
And here comes FTR.
Punk went out, and he looks like the ugliest sleeping baby in existence.
CM Punk is sleeping, but FTR has his back, and Joe knows enough to know not to get in the ring.
Unless Bullet Club comes out.
Well, could happen, but I don't think so. I think this is over. I think we have Ricky Starks coming out, though. Ricky Starks coming out to take a look at his prey, because next week he will take on CM Punk in the men's final for the Owen Hart Invitational.
He'll get another push, and he'll do nothing with it again.
We're going to find out next week exactly what Tony Khan has planned for Ricky Starks.
Look, here's the simple fact here. You ready?
Here's the simple fact. In AEW Fight Forever, I can't play as the guys I just saw on TV.
You can play as Punk, unfortunately.
I can't play as FTR. I can't play as Drew.
You can if you buy the FTR pack. It's out now.
FTR pack's out now, those bastards? And how much is that? $10.99?
Yeah. I think it actually is.
Why would you buy the pack when you could just create them for free?
Because it gives you their actual moveset. Oh, no, I'm sorry. You're not going to believe this. For the two of them and the two mini games that come with it, right? $12.99.
Yeah, that's a joke. And
oh, it's absolutely a joke. You know why? You know how much FTR is worth? Maybe $5.99. Maybe.
I'm not a fan of that at all.
Nope.
But Collision's over, Travis.
Ron Jones says, I'll never call a baby ugly, but that's an ugly baby. And that is correct. Big, ugly, tattooed baby.
Listen, leave the baby alone. Leave the baby alone. You understand?
No, you don't leave the baby alone. You grab the baby and you shake it. Savage is laughing. He doesn't want to be, but he's laughing at that.
I was actually coughing, but you're a sick bastard. But we're out of here, man. We'll be back Monday night for Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, but I'm your sick bastard co-host, so
I guess
it's like Michael Cole and all that. You know, we gotta rib each other.
We'll figure it out. Monday Night Raw. Everybody stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Travis, thank you for joining me. Glad I was able to be here with you for the Collision broadcast. We will see everybody next week.
On the topic of Monday Night Raw, though, can I just say I'm not a fan of them having Lesnar come out, Cody hits the Cody cutter, and Brock Lesnar runs away. I'm like, this is Brock Lesnar, guys. He should have no-sold the hell out of that.
Well, he should have been on TV a lot more than he was, but we're getting to that on Monday. For now, enjoy the rest of your weekend, all right? Try to get your ass out of the house. Go to the beach if you can. I don't know if it's raining in your area. It's raining for me tomorrow. I should have went to the beach today, and I didn't. Well, fucking goddamn it. Do something. Do something.
look, it's Texas. It's going to be one of two things. It's either going to be raining and you can't go out, or so damn hot you can't go out. That's the only two options here. But you know what? Hey, it's fine. I got out today. I went to breakfast with a friend. It was really good.
Nice.
And, sometimes you just take those little times to get out.
Hey, man, whatever you're going to do, just enjoy your weekend. Have fun. I'm going to try to catch up on Final Fantasy, see if I can bang that out before Monday. But we'll see everybody back here for Monday Night Raw. Thank you for watching.
That game was worth streaming.
It's been done already. Like, if it was like when it first came out, maybe. But who's going to watch it now?
Fair enough.
It's been done. It's been done. But we'll be back on Monday. Everybody have a good weekend. And Travis, we'll see you Monday. Everybody, peace out.
And those of you...
Nice difference.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, brought to you live as a champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. SmackDown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now.